Hello everybody, this is Goofsome Fox coming at you with a 650 cost rated match here in the Canon Gan, where you're going to be on colony drop area for this match here, and the Canon Gan is a 650 cost support. So far it only has a level 1 variation, but I don't doubt at some point we will end up getting a level 2 for 700 at some point, and hey, maybe with 750 coming around soon, we might also get a level 3 750 cost version, which definitely would be a very interesting sight to see. But the Canon Gan here is a suit that I don't think really needs an introduction. Since its release, it's been a really good suit, popular support at 650, and playing it myself since I was able to get it a while back, yeah, it is a pretty good support, actually, and I can definitely see why it is as used as widely as it is. And hey, gonna get the counter on that General Mark V with the what is this weapon called? I think it's the Beam Jack. Yeah, the Beam Jack. Which, speaking of the weapons, do a quick rundown of that. We do have the Canon Gan beam rifle, which is really more of the finger beam gun, and that is a instant stun. Yeah, you already have a really good arsenal with this suit, just gonna say that now. You have that Beam Jack as your main melee weapon, which operates more like a knife style of weapon, and it doesn't use the beam unless it's in the counter, but still a pretty reliable weapon for this suit, especially considering you do have melee combo controller level 1, so you do have 2 melee swings. You have the Spray Beam Launcher as your first secondary weapon. That is a pair of rapid cannons on the shoulder gun. Not only do these do really good chip damage, but they're also really good for accumulation. And I feel like saying chip damage, seeing me do 332 to the Mark V, that is definitely putting it lightly. You have the Mega Beam Cannon, which does operate a bit more like a traditional shoulder beam cannon. Only thing is that you do have to focus it in order to use it, but in the end you do get a pretty traditional, pair of beam cannons. They get a instant stun, and they do some pretty decent damage. And then you have the Visor unit, which I'm actually using right now, and that gives you the camera effect that allows you to do bonus damage to enemies that are marked. I believe the suit should have that skill, though I could be wrong about that. It might not have that skill. I would think it does. I feel like with all the camera suits, they do end up getting that. I think it's also just a feature in general, I want to say, where you do, I think it's like 3% more damage to targets that are marked. So I also don't know if this applies to teammates as well, or if it's like the Metal Spider's visor, where it only applies to you. I do believe it is only for you that you see the marked targets. And on top of that really good arsenal, you have a lot of really good skills as well. As I mentioned, you do have the melee combo controller level 1. You also have resist move level 2, anti-blast stabilizer, quick boost level 4, quite a lot that you actually have to work with. And you also have the mobile fire system, which came from the Zaku 3 Saikumo type. And this suit actually came out after the Saikumo type Zaku 3, so I kind of have a tinfoil hat theory where I'm thinking, is this suit always meant to have it, or did devs just put it on this suit to try to get more data on the skill? Because when the Zaku 3 Saikumo type came out, that's also when the Dozel Zaku came out, and I think more players were a lot more favorable towards trying to get the Dozel Zaku than the Zaku 3 Saikumo type from UC Engage. But, if the skill was meant to be here or not, it has it, so, yeah, pretty wide range of skills here. But yeah, pretty good suit. And I also have it in ECOAS colors, which is very similar to the last video I did with the Gym Nightseeker Space type. Had it in these colors as well, only this time I did get the emblem to actually put on the shoulder, and I think even now I still have the Canon Gan in these colors, so, did spend the recycle tickets on that emblem, so probably going to keep the ECOAS colors as a more permanent fixture when it comes to the Canon Gan here. The only real gripe I kind of have with this suit is really just a nitpick of its design. I don't like that it doesn't have a backpack because it does feel very hollow with like the little slots there. And I know it's supposed to be able to combine with the GF tank, but I don't know, I just wish it had something there. It really is just a nothing sort of thing because it doesn't even really affect this suit gameplay-wise, any lack of a backpack. But really is just more of a personal design nitpick there. Right now our team is doing a pretty good job right now. We also have a Demeter on the team, which is a suit that, along with the Yonfavin, is supposed to be getting nerfed pretty soon, I would assume. Maybe in the next unit adjustments would maybe be my guess, but it's going to be very interesting to see for 600 and 650 to see how the metas kind of shift. I'm especially way more interested with 600 to see how it goes because the Yonfavin is still a really widely used suit. It's also a suit that I also really like to use, but yeah, even I can't deny that the Yonfavin is a really good suit from all the times I've played it, and one that is just, you know, very much still top in the meta right now. It's also going to be very interesting with the new RF Zaku we got to see if, you know, depending on how the Yonfavin does get nerfed. We don't know what the extent of the nerf is going to be yet, but if, you know, maybe if it's significant, maybe the RF Zaku might take over as the next, you know, maybe meta 600, since I have heard that that suit is really good, and from the few things I have seen on it, looks like a whole lot of fun, and pretty promising for our first late UC suit as well. Gonna get a counter on the General Mark V again. I think this might be, oh, it looks like they actually have two on the enemy team, but I think that's the second counter that I might have gotten this match. Right now trying to dodge out of the way since I am low on health. That's probably one of the reasons I did really like the match that I did get with it here. There were plenty of times where even when I was low in health, I was able to kind of stand back and, you know, really use the ranged weapons that I had to their advantage. And even though I didn't last too long there at low health, I still was able to finish off that Zeta Gundam Hyper Mega Launcher. So, pretty good there. We also have some pretty close control points, so I do think we have this match, you know, pretty much in the bag. We got a pretty good lead. And honestly, we actually have a 2-support team as well, since we also have the Silver Bullet Suppressor, along with a Rebawu and a GPO-1. Nearing the last few seconds here. Don't think too much else is going to happen while we wait. Do have the back cannons charged up. Probably switch to my primary just because I decided to boost back for no reason. I just really didn't know what else to do. But hey, that's going to be a mission complete. Let's see how we did here with the Canon Gan. And did get top in individual. Looks like the Silver Bullet Suppressor did really well with their other stats. Definitely be sending a praise to them. And second place with 8 kills and 2 loss. Second place in damage dealt. Yeah, not too shabby of a match there using the Canon Gan. Also got a crate, it seems, from this match. Just a repeat parts that, you know, already own. So, you know, anything, still good to have those recycle tickets saved up. But yeah, that's going to do it for the match there. I think that's pretty much everything I really wanted to cover about the Canon Gan. This is a suit that I've talked about a bit on stream. I think I may have even used it on stream. Because I think the whole topic of me not liking the lack of a backpack may have came up. Don't know if that was here or something else. But anyway, point is, Canon Gan, still a pretty good 650 support. You know, definitely still really good. It feels like it's probably going to be that way for a while. I don't know if they're going to nerf this suit, but it doesn't seem like it's on the chopping block at the moment. Again, Yonfavin and Demeter, those two seem like they're the ones that the devs have their sights on, so we'll see what they do with those two suits to see if that causes any shift in the meta. Again, I'm more interested in 600 than 650. 650, I feel like, just has always had a pretty good meta that kind of focuses around generals more than anything. Every time we get a 650 general, ends up being really good. And even the 650 raids, I do feel like there are some still pretty good options for that cost. 600 though, I feel like things are really going to change with the Yonfavin depending on how serious the nerf is. But yeah, I'm kind of saying things that I said earlier in the video and kind of just going on, so I think it's going to be the end for this video here. Comment down below what you think about the Canon Gan. And remember to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And with that, I will see you all in the next one. Later.